Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back. Yesterday I recorded and did my breakfast meeting. It's GTA, this isn't no lead, it's just online racing with random players. I guess I was just gonna, talk you through every race, just I guess what was going through my head, because I don't know why, but a lot of people call me like the best racer whenever I go into like most lobbies, but I don't really see myself that way. I guess it's just, I don't know, lucky I guess with the starts and everything like that. But yeah, first off, I know that was a really late blockage from me on that guy. I saw him come, I didn't realise he was actually coming that quick, so basically I just blocked him off and he ended up going to the back of my car and spinning. Lucky enough I didn't get taken out. And yeah, but I also want to apologise if the quality in the tubes is light. It's pretty much like that with any YouTube video from any person, no matter what kind of software they're using. It's just tubes with all the holes in the tube. It's just too much loading, I guess. But yeah, so far I'm off to a decent start. Obviously catch up. Whenever you're in one of my lobbies, you'll never see catch up and slipstream on. They'll always be off. That's not a reason to give me more of an advantage, because it's just not. It's just I feel like it's fairer that way, because for me, when you turn on catch up and slipstream, it kind of just turns racing from, I guess, from racing to carrying, I guess, because I know without catch up, once I break away, I can easily hold the lead, maintain gap. I know I can do all that stuff without it, but when catch-up's on, I guess it just adds a little bit more interest to it, because then you get some of the people that don't usually keep up, help them keep up, and it kind of creates more competition, so there's more people battling up front. But these three races that you can see in this video, so it'll be so Green Machine, and then I think Raton, and then it will be what was the last race that I did? Gaunlet. So yeah, I literally just now recorded 3 races, and I ended up winning all 3 of them, lucky enough. But yeah, it was quite interesting really. The first 2 races weren't really that hard for me. I was just able to just do well, I guess. But the last one, catch up and slipstream, was off, and then I had a level 963 I think it was, and 1100 summit. Those 2 were pretty good races, but I was confident enough in myself around Gaunlet that I could hold a lead at least. But yeah, they turned off non-contact. If you know what GTA is like, when it's non-contact, there'll be no catch-up or slipstream. So yeah, I knew it was going to be a tough race, but I knew what I could do with it. And whenever I'm going down this tube here, I always, I guess, do 2 long loops around it. I don't do 2 quick ones, because I guess, I don't know, I don't feel like I can cover as much ground. That's why I do 2 long loops, and I end up getting quite a bit of speed out of it. But yeah, that was an easy first lap. I knew already that last part of the track is where he was going to catch me, and I knew that I was quick in the start part of the track, so I knew I was going to gain maybe a second or half a second on him. So I knew that was going to, at least that would help me at the end when he will catch up. But yeah, so as you can see, as of right now, I'm 3.5 seconds ahead of him. And I knew by the time I get to those big jumps, I needed to be at least 4 seconds ahead of him at least, because I know that he will really start to reel me in coming towards the end. And lucky enough, he didn't. But yeah, tubes are really where I'm just not very quick in really. But I guess I did pretty well. Honestly, I don't really know what to say right now, because there's not too much going on. There's not as much competition, but in the final race on Gaunlet, there's a lot more for me to talk about, because there's a lot more going on. Just trying to get fastest lines and all that kind of stuff. And you may wonder why I drive across the curbs. It's not me being dodgy, not being able to stay on the track. It's curb boosting. So when you go over curbs, you get extra boost. It's not a glitch or anything. Rockstar added that to the game, because by now they would have taken it out by giving people advantages. But all you're doing is driving across a curb. If I can do it, anyone can do it. So there's no real advantage there. But as you can tell, Rambo on pills, that's the guy, that's level 963. I think he either had a really bad start, he started in the back, so by the time he made it to like more top places, like top 5, I was pretty much gone. And I already knew by this point, I think I had already won the race. The level 1000 isn't quite well, he didn't race for the first 2 races. He joined for Gaunlet, which was the last one. But yeah, on those lucha loops back there, if you didn't say I was going to the side, that's because the boost is in the middle, and that's where you pretty much aim for if you're going into the lucha loop. So you want to aim away from that as you're going out of it, so you don't get hit by someone else and ruin your race. I got quite scared there because I felt like going onto the ramps I was quite slow. And there's a bug that I don't know if it happens with anyone else, but it happens with me a lot, where your car goes up here, as you can see, and then it just doesn't land on that. It just falls straight back down, and it's really frustrating when you're having maybe a really good lap, or just winning a race, and then a nice little flash of the lights there. But yeah, you're just winning the race, and then it just goes down like that, and then that's your race over. Now at first I thought this person in front of me was actually blocking the tube, but it turns out they were on the ground. So I was actually getting ready, as I came down here, I was getting ready to go onto the side of the tube to go around them. Then I realised they weren't there, so I was coming back down to the middle and redirecting myself to get a better line out the tube. But yeah, that was race number 1. But I think I got the clips mixed around because I'm pretty sure I did Raton first, but that's all good. You'll see him anyway. But yeah, obviously I wasn't going to get the best time because I was so I was in first the whole time, so people would have the slingshot from catch up. But yeah, here we go. Here's Raton. Probably this is in one of my, I guess, top 3 favourite tracks. I really do like this one. I started near enough back, last row inside. But yeah, I didn't actually mean to tap that guy. I was just trying to stabilise my car because I didn't want to hit no one. I just did a cheeky 360 because why not? Now going up here, I managed to squeeze in between these 2 cars. Then when I went to go to the left, my camera went inside my car, so I accidentally drove into this, the green Wagner. And then obviously I messed up, so I didn't brake as much as I could have. Then he gave me a nice little bump back. I was like, fair enough. So I took the inside line, curb boost, and then coming on to the ramp, I took the lead again. I think him hitting the back of my car there really saved me, and I felt like that Krieger behind me was going to maybe bump me out of the way because he bumped him out of the way, so I made sure I went into that first corner. I said it again, but yeah, that corner with enough speed, so if he wanted to hit me, he would just miss and fly into the wall. Also at the end of this tube, if you didn't know, you want to brake. You will make it. You don't want to brake too much, obviously, else you won't make it, but want to brake just enough so you don't get as much airtime as the others. I'm pretty sure these 2 braked as well, but yeah, if they don't brake, you can easily gain 1 or 2 seconds on them, which is quite a bit in racing, because obviously less airtime, so while they're still in the air, you're down at the floor, accelerating, driving. Sometimes this part of the track can catch people out. I almost missed the tube. I managed to just get my car at the right angle to just about make it in. It was actually really scary, but it looked so satisfying just to see me perfectly landing there like that. I don't think I've done that before. Most of the time I miss it. But yeah, you get so much speed down that tube. But yeah, I've opened the gap quite a bit. I do look behind me quite a lot. It's just a habit, and I also look at the leaderboard to look at the seconds. I don't know why. I just do it so I know where where they catch and where I get away, so I know where to be quicker and where I can stay as quick as I am. I'm not doing it to sound professional. That is literally just, I guess I've just kind of got onto it. I do it quite a lot. But yeah, as of right now, race number 2, I'm still leading. I'm still feeling confident in myself that I can hold the gap. I was extremely close to clipping that wall there. I recommend just get the smallest spoiler that you can, because GTA, doesn't matter what spoiler you get, where the spoiler is, you'll always get that added traction bonus. So yeah, big spoilers may look nice on some cars, but they don't add any more traction as a tiny little spoiler on the back. It can also help you not clip walls. That's why I've put mine down, because obviously I found that one out. And then also because I kept clipping walls with the spoiler as it came out of corners, and it kept spinning me round. But yeah, that time I perfected it. I braked enough to not get any airtime, and then I was on my way. He got a little bit of airtime, but didn't really lose out too much. You have to be careful on that, because as you're coming out the corner, you may like correct yourself, I guess, and then you may fly away from the track, off the ramp as you go onto the ramp. So you have to be careful of that. Also, going around here, you're going to want to just go around the tube like that. You just get more speed. Yeah, that's all I've got to say on that. And then obviously hit the brakes here, as I said on the previous lap. But by now I knew that he didn't brake as much as I do on that tube. So I knew that I was gonna, as long as I didn't take myself out or no back markers got in the way once I eventually catched them, I knew he just wasn't going to catch me. I knew it was going to be, this is pretty much the home stretch for me. I knew what I was doing. I knew I was going to make mistakes here. But yeah, I made sure this time I didn't go off at the same angle as last time. So I nicely went into the tube there, go around there like usual. I'm starting to practice this bit here. So as you saw into that first corner in the tube where I go around it, I'm trying to find out if I'm actually able, without spinning out or just losing time, if I can go around the tube at the bottom there as you go around that downhill corner. But also when catch-up's off, so these two first races catch-up was on and Sebastian was on, so obviously I was going quick enough where even catch-up wasn't helping him. So it's just, I guess, raw speed or maybe raw skill, if you will. But yeah, because he hasn't fell off, I haven't fell off, so none of us have really made mistakes. So it just comes down to his driving ability compared to mine. But yeah, I saw two back markers coming up here, but I knew I wasn't going to catch them. Lucky enough, because knowing people in GTA, they would just pretty much take you out. But yeah, kind of should check a flag. Easy, I knew that I was going to get that. But yeah, that was race number 2. Race number 1, but in the video, race number 2. So that's 2 out of 2 so far. And then moving on to the final race. I recorded this because I just wanted to show non-contact custom vehicles on, but catch restriction will be off. As you can tell, the level 963 is still in here, and you'll see the level, there he is, the level 1000. Now I actually made at first I was checking this KD and all his stats and everything to see whether it was a modded account. I think it was a legit account, because if it was modded, the stats wouldn't be full and the KD would be quite low. But yeah, I think that's a legit account, so I knew that they may have quite a few wins. And I was actually right. They did actually have quite a few wins, so I wasn't that fussed about it. I put a bet on myself because I was already confident around this track, so I knew my way around it. There was just that end, coming up to the end of the track, there was a straight down tube, but yeah, there's a way you can get so brakes if you reverse onto them or you slide onto them, you don't get slowed down as much. I was tempted to slide into them and then drive my way down the tube instead of fly down. But yeah, I'm happy I didn't make that decision, because I was going to do it on the second lap because I wanted to see the first lap whether they would do it. But obviously in the second lap he didn't make it to that part because he ended up actually quitting, because I think he couldn't catch me and he was trying to force himself to catch me and just kept making mistakes. But yeah, I didn't actually, for some reason I went past the person. I was like, wait, they're not even in the game. And then I realised that I went past them, and then I looked at their win-loss, and then yeah, so they're on 1.4, pretty much 1.5k wins, 1.5k losses, so fairly even stats. But I knew as of right now, I'm still one of the better drivers, because I knew what I was doing. As you can tell, my win to loss ratio is quite nice, I guess. I don't like losing in this game. I don't know, it's just I'm a lot more competitive on this game. But if I see a lobby full of high levels, I won't leave it. I'll go through it, as you can tell. And if there's a lobby full of low levels, I will just leave, because I don't want to be getting 3 wins. But yeah, 3, 2, 1, and go. So straight off the start, I knew curb boost to try and get into the lead. I noticed there was a TheRacing, so I knew he'll be getting acceleration, and I knew that if he'd gone down the side of the ramp, he would probably accelerate in front of me, and there he is. So yeah, so he accelerated into the distance. I knew that the TheRacing didn't have the cornering ability and speed ability, because obviously electric, so it's limited top speed. So I knew that I was going to catch him going into the corners, as you can tell here. I get a nice little line, and then side by side with him, and then going into the next corner I take the inside nicely. But yeah, he couldn't get close to the curb there because he just doesn't have the traction and cornering ability at that speed. But yeah, I don't know what the level 900 did, so I'm just going to call him Rambo now. But yeah, I don't know what Rambo did going into this tube, but he managed to get so much speed going up up here, as you can tell. So you'll see him go around me just a second, but yeah, there he is. I don't know how he got so much speed going up there. I didn't know what he did, but Yeah, I had to watch out for that on the second lap, because I knew if he got to there in front of me, the chance that he probably would have won it. But I already knew at this point that I was, we're in the same car, and at this point I knew that I was already going ahead of him into corners. I knew that I was quicker, I knew I could control the car a bit better, so there was no pressure there, but I knew in the tubes that he was quite quick. I was really close there to clipping the wall. I was even close on the second lap because I actually lost the rear end and almost spun it, but I managed to keep it together. But yeah. I think coming across here, going around just before we go into this yellow bit, like hole here, he actually goes around me. But yeah, there he is. He absolutely sped past me. I'm getting Snapchat notifications, but yeah. He hit the brakes a lot more than what I thought. I thought me hitting the brakes like this was alright, but I actually messed it up because you want to hit the top of the tube, not where it curves here, else you kind of get a bounce, as you can see there. And you really have to control it, because on the second lap, I think he did that, what I did, and spun it. But yeah, here's a level 1000. I think that's him coming onto my tail. Yeah, that's him. He got so much speed and height, but I wasn't too worried about that. But yeah, this is, the only thing that worried me is the fact that he actually caught up to me. I was like, right, he caught up to me, so he knows what he's doing around this track. But yeah, here's what I'm on about. You can slide into that and hit the left side of the tube, and then yeah, but I was seeing how far back they were there. But you can see, you can drive onto the left side of the tube and then kind of drive around it and get so much speed. And then you want to be careful coming down here. You don't come off the to the right of the ramp. But yeah, I don't know what happened there. My front right tyre just glitched into the ground. I'm lucky I didn't flip over and blow up or anything like that. So I'm grateful for GTA logic, I guess. But yeah, managed to open the gap more to him. So coming on to the second lap, I can hear him honking his horn now. But yeah, coming on to the second lap, I wasn't too worried. I knew that coming onto that last part of the track, I was quicker than him. So I knew if I was a bit behind him, I can overtake him. If I was a bit in front of him, I know I can get away. But also there, going round the ramp, you don't lose as much time. I think, does he leave there? No, I don't think he leaves. I don't know, but yeah, you want to be careful not to hit the ramp or hit the wall because you will spin. But yeah, there you go. He left. He kept making mistakes trying to catch me. But yeah, I'll take that as a dub. You know, I made someone that's double my level and a bit more rage quit. So you know what, I'll take that. But yeah, now that I'm now on the level 900, he's just going to be on a charge for me, so I'm going to try and keep the gap. I knew going into this tube that he was going to be quite quick, so I tried to change the way I went round it, I guess. So I kind of went up a bit longer. I stayed at the bottom of the tube, so I didn't go up it. Yeah, I was just trying to keep as much speed as I could, but I still carried on losing speed, so I'm not sure what he actually did. But yeah, it's going okay for me so far. I'm not too worried about it. But we're coming on to a bit now where he almost lost the car. So almost, because I was just at this point I was chilling, I was vibing, listening to music. I wasn't try-harding, I guess. But yeah, going into this next left-hander, I lost the back end, and I so almost. Yeah, just there. It's not that much, but from my point of view, that was actually scary, because it slid a lot more in the game than what it looked like on the video. But as you can see here, I changed my line as well, so I stayed up the tube just a little bit more than I did on the first lap, and I got a lot more speed that time. So I'm changing my path so I can counteract the guy that I'm racing against. So I didn't want to drive the same slow line I took the lap before, so I know how to change it about, I guess. And yeah, it really worked out for me. Yeah, there you go. You can see on the map there, he's spinning at this point. I knew that I've won it. If I don't take myself out, I knew I've won it. Now, I took a front flip 360 there. It was a dodgy landing, but it was alright. But I was going to go around the tube here, but I noticed there was a lot of wet patches on the ground. And because I'm not using off-road tyres anymore, I'm using tuner. I just didn't want to risk going into that, hitting the tube and sliding, spinning out and blowing up at the bottom. So I played it safe, didn't want to open the gap anymore. I drove off to the left there, as you can see, because I knew that if I went off to the right, I was going to fly into that plane and ultimately lose the race. But yeah, I was pretty comfortable here, and obviously home straight, coming out the corner. And there you go, that was 3 out of 3. Pretty sure I did get the fastest lap of the race, so I was happy about that one too. And obviously I got like 500 or 600. It said plus 600 and top right, but I said 500 in betting. I don't know, but yeah, I was happy. That was a good win. I was happy with that. But yeah, plus 600 top right, and then it said 500 there. So I'm guessing I got the 100 back that I bet at the start, plus an extra 500. But yeah, fastest lap of the race by 3 seconds. I was quite happy with that. That was quite quick. But yeah, I guess that we ended this video now. I hope you did enjoy. If you want more of this GTA content, let me know. Leave a like, subscribe, comment, any videos you want me to do in the future, and I'll see you guys later.